Welcome to the training video on the Studio desktop in Nectain, the document management system with advanced process automation. In this video, we will explore the Studio desktop, which is the main workspace for system administrators and developers. From here, you can configure document types, directories, attributes, forms, shortcuts, calendars, and interface elements. To begin working in Studio, the user must have the developer role. Let's start with desktops. The system allows you to view, edit, or create new desktops. To access the list of desktops, go to the Studio desktop, open the User Interface folder, and select Desktops. Be aware that editing system desktops may result in settings being reset after a system update. To create a new desktop, click the Add button and fill in the required fields. Enter a unique code and a display name. You can also provide a description, set the desktop as the default on login, choose an icon, define its order number, and assign administrators from users or groups. After saving and logging in again, the new desktop will appear in the main menu based on the specified order. On this desktop, you can add user shortcuts. Shortcuts are used to display document registers or other types of records, such as tasks, processes, manuals, and calendars. As an administrator, you can create folders to organize shortcuts, add new shortcuts, assign them to registers, choose which columns will be displayed, select icons, and define which users or groups have access. To create a shortcut, right-click an existing shortcut and select Add Shortcut or Add Folder. Alternatively, you can go to the User Interface folder, select Shortcuts, and click Add. In the shortcut creation form, fill in the shortcut name, a unique code, description, and type. You can choose from System, User Manuals, Tasks, Processes, Documents, or Calendars. Selecting a type defines what information this shortcut is meant for. Then, set the icon, define its location in the panel, and assign access rights. In the subject of administration, you select who will be able to work with the shortcut. If you are creating a folder for shortcuts, enable the Is folder switch. When creating or editing a shortcut, you may see two additional tabs depending on the type. On the Type tab, configure the data source, define columns, enable sorting, filters, color conditions, and other display options. If you are linking documents, you can also choose to show folder hierarchies in the register. On the Command tab, you can define advanced behavior using scripting. For scripts example, check our documentation or order training sessions. To edit an existing shortcut, right-click it and select Edit. You can also go to the Shortcuts section in the User Interface folder and edit from there. Note that once a shortcut is created, its type cannot be changed. To delete a shortcut or an empty shortcut folder, right-click it and select Delete. Confirm your action in the dialog box. Shortcuts can also be deleted from the Shortcuts registry. Next, let's look at interface customization. You can configure the interface theme and branding elements. To do this, go to the User Interface folder and open UI Theme and Logo. Here you can change the title shown on browser tabs, set the application name on the login page, add a support email address, choose a color theme, and upload logos for the login screen and sidebar. You can also set a custom favicon that appears on the browser tab. Save your changes or click Reset to restore default values. For more detailed instructions, please refer to our administrator's guide. Now let's move on to search templates. Search templates allow users to find documents or tasks based on predefined conditions. To create one, go to Forms and Templates, then Search Templates, and click Add. Enter a unique code, a display name, and select whether the search is for documents or tasks. You can also add a description and set names in multiple languages. Design the search form using the built-in designer. Drag and drop fields that users will use as search conditions. You can also set default values. Preview how the form will look on the Preview tab. Then, on the Search Result Configuration tab, define which columns will be shown in the results, how they are formatted, and which fields are sortable or color-coded. If the search is linked to a document type, you can also enable folder display and assign a smart folder rule. To allow other users to access the template, click the gear icon and choose access rights. Add users, groups, or organizational units, then click Save. To use a search template, go to the document's desktop, select the search shortcut, and pick the template. Enter the search conditions and click Search. Only templates accessible by the user will be visible. To modify the conditions, click Edit Search Parameters. Now let's talk about presets. Presets allow users to save commonly used search configurations. These presets are personal and not shared. To create a preset, open a search template, enable the preset switch, enter your search conditions, name the preset, and save it. To use a saved preset, open the same search template, activate presets, choose your preset, and run the search. Finally, let's look at calendars. Calendars display events based on date fields from documents or from manually created events. To create a calendar, go to the User Interface folder and select Calendars. Click Add and fill in the code, name, description, and event color. Enable event-level access if users should be able to add events manually. In the Access tab, define who can view or modify the calendar by selecting users, roles, or organizational units. Users who are granted author rights can create events manually by clicking the plus button. Access for individual events can also be customized. To link a calendar to a document type, go to Document Types, choose the target document, and open the Designer tab. Select a date attribute and enable Create Calendar Event. Then assign a calendar and optionally add a description for the event. To display a calendar, create a shortcut of Type Calendar and configure the view settings and default display type. Users can export calendars in iCal format for use in email clients like Microsoft Outlook. Open the calendar shortcut, click Link, then Create and Copy. Paste the link into Outlook under Open Calendar, then from Internet. To update calendar events after enabling or disabling them in a document type, open that document type, go to the Main tab, and click Schedule Calendar Events Update. The system will update events overnight. To cancel or run the update immediately, use the provided buttons. For large datasets, updates are best run outside working hours. This concludes the Studio Desktop overview. You now understand how to configure desktops, shortcuts, interface branding, search templates, and calendars within Nectain. Thank you for watching.